between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to run.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is White. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Throwing Jones. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stopped up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Raiders had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st and 10.
Carr going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good pickup there at 22.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Raiders, nothing. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brings up second and 1.
On the give, this is Harris. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Jones dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he goes down at the 26, a pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13, first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They go play action here on first down. Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off-play action. Jones. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Kenny Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Jones. Off-play action. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking deep for Adams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with 1st and 10. At about the 32. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go up the middle with White. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones. On the left side, a catch by White. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed up there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They hand this off to Harris. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Carr now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
It's 4th down.
Now Carr, got to have this one. The throw taken in by Cole. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down, Patriots.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He should have thrown that one.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about it. Shouldn't have thrown job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. Charles said for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
This is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever